Welcome to the Pinch My Salt Airline. Dude, I just want to beat someone up.
Should we go beat someone up?
I want to beat someone up.
Honestly, who would you want to beat up?
Shane Dorian in the 80s?
Wait, this Kai Lenny.
Oh, what? He's flipping. Oh, wow.
Here, I'll say it. Do you want to say it?
No, you do it.
Get alive! Kai Lenny, get alive!
Quit
Put your foil board down and get back on thrusters, you
How's it? You know the rules. Aloha. Best surfer in the world, Sterling Spencer, and Cousin Ryan presents Pinch My Salt.
Did you get a haircut?
I did get a haircut.
You did?
Yes, and I hate it.
Let's see it.
It shows how balding I'm getting.
Did you go short? Ooh, I like it. You just have to embrace it.
I'm embracing it. Put a beanie on it.
What if you just shaved it?
My son goes, I think it's time to shave it, Dad. And I was like, no, dude. I'm turning into Kelly. I surf now. Wow, first 10 seconds we talked about Kelly. Let me ask this quiz question. Why would somebody barrel dodge?
What?
Remember that when we did Gold, cut to it?
Baby, I heard the guys on tour talking. They said you're a barrel dodger.
Why would you dodge a barrel?
It's the same thing when you're younger and you're scared to hook up with a hot chick.
Can't commit.
Well, you're just scared.
Really? Because then you're just going to get hit by the lip.
Well, do you remember when you were younger and like a hot girl would talk to you and be like, oh yeah, and like push them away? Yeah. It's the same thing. You could pull into this gnarly pit.
Dude.
But it's like, if I pull in, it's on.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I'm all in. There's no pulling out.
Dang.
And when you meet that hot chick when you're young, it's like,
Not
what am I going to say? What am I...
Yeah. What if she...
What are they going to think? What are they going to... This. What is it? Same thing when you pull into a barrel. It's like, what if I fall? What if I look stupid? What if...
So there was so many people dodging barrels that it became a term.
Yeah. There was a lot of guys when I was growing up that were scared to surf in Hawaii.
Yeah.
We call them barrel dodgers.
Barrel dodgers.
Because pipeline was so gnarly to us back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it's like 5-year-olds are out there in helmets and life jackets, and they're like,
Right. It's kind of like a draft
nothing.
dodger in war. Barrel dodger.
Dude, it kind of felt like that when we were teenagers. Like, you'd hear about pipeline, and some guys in Florida, like, they were too scared, and they would make up excuses. Like, actually, my tailbone has
Protrusion.
a bone spur in it. I can't come to Hawaii this year. There's a bone spur in my tailbone.
Which I get it. Florida guys are used to soft, squishy beaches. And wow, I never knew that. So don't be a barrel dodger. Talk to the hot chick.
You got to pull in, dude.
Dude, I remember those
Stop
days
thinking.
where a girl would like you and you thought she was too pretty. So she'd come up and talk to you and you're like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom.
When I was like 12 or 13, this girl, Lauren, who was like the hottest chick, she was like, hey, you have to meet me at the roller skating rink tonight.
Yeah, doggy.
I was like, dude, I remember I was so sick to my stomach because I knew I had to make out with her.
She was like, it's on.
Yeah, and I had to pull in.
You couldn't dodge it.
I couldn't dodge the barrel. Well, I tried to.
What'd you do?
Well, I was in the bathroom staring in the mirror, like, and I had my roller skates on, like I'm in the bathroom.
Slopping around.
And I was like, I'm just going to roller skate home because I live kind of close.
You were like, I'm over it.
I'm like, I'm already on wheels. I could fly home easy. So I was about to walk out, and one of my friends, his name was like Patrick. He was like this big dude. He's like, Sterling! And he was being like silly, and he just grabbed me.
And pulled you out?
And pushing me. I couldn't stop because I took off my front
stopper
because I wanted to be gnarly. But I was trying to stop. I was like, whoa! And he pushed me right to her. I was like, ah!
It was on.
She was wearing like a blouse, and I was like,
what the? Dang.
She had a blouse, like a frilly blouse on.
So it's like someone shoving you in a pipeline barrel.
Oh my God, they like shoved me straight into like Indonesia. That's so much pressure.
Too much pressure for you.
That's like sending you out the pipeline right now.
Right.
Like, and everyone's watching. Like,
And Ramana's got me. Ramana's Patrick in the bathroom.
good. I love you.
Dude, I was watching that Matthew McConaughey clip.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Roach. Let's go, Chevy to your levy.
Yeah! Bump up, Renzo! Right there, yeah! Relax! Love you! Love you, brother! Come back to me! Love you!
Like Matthew McConaughey.
I love you so much. I want to be with you.
Matthew McConaughey's probably like, I think I'm
You
done.
and me should get a room together later.
Ramana. I love it, dude.
Well, what I was wondering is that old or new?
Footage?
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be new because it's a wave pool.
True.
But I was thinking, I'm like, has Matthew McConaughey not gotten any better? Like, he can still barely surf. And he made a whole surf movie.
Dude, when's the last time you had a wave?
There's no telling, brah.
That's right. There's clips of him and like, dude.
Like, what's going on?
Maybe that was switch stance. Because he was goofy. Maybe, I don't know.
He seems so smart and athletic. He's always got a pigskin near him. Right on.
I don't know, dude. Well, we don't want to make fun of Matthew McConaughey. A couple episodes ago, we talked about how Jonah Hill gets hate. Like,
Well, what I'm saying is, I mean, he's been surfing for like over a decade.
And his son is a shredder.
And his son surfs good.
Come on, Matthew.
So what I'm saying is maybe we put him in the lab.
Yeah.
He meets up with me.
Yeah.
We start surf skating.
But don't treat him like a celeb. Like, I love you. Like,
Yeah,
being
that's-
mean to him.
Yeah, like have sticks and we whip them.
Matthew's
Probably
like, "Oh."
love it. It's like all movie stars. It's like that's why they all do ayahuasca.
To feel something.
Well, I think they all want to go do ayahuasca because it's like instead of just like going back and being with your family and like facing yourself the hard way, they're like, I'm gonna go do ayahuasca.
I'm gonna go get real high.
Then they come back from ayahuasca on a whole nother ego trip.
Right.
Like you don't even know. I know all the secrets of the universe. Actually.
So there's even like competition and spiritual.
Yes, that's exactly it. And it's like famous movie stars. Then they're battling spiritually. I went down to Peru and actually drank monkey smoke.
Yeah, they're like competing.
Monkey smoke?
Yeah, it's a.
You haven't heard about monkey smoke? It actually comes out of their so you gotta suck it right out.
And you see the universe.
And now I can't even really be around you right now.
Okay, so Matthew McConaughey needs. Matthew McConaughey, we're gonna get you in the lab, dude.
Well, I think he needs a surf skate first.
Yeah, dude.
Because being in the water is so hard.
Yeah.
And clearly he hasn't adapted yet.
Yeah.
So if we get him on a surf skate, once you can actually feel it and it clicks in your head, then once you're out in the water, when you stand up, it's like, oh, okay, there it is. Like I feel it now.
Is wheel bite, you know, when you're bored and your wheel clip, is that kind of like dragging your rails?
Digging your rail.
Digging your rails.
Yeah, very similar.
Dude.
But in a surfboard, everything's bigger.
Yeah.
Like the board's bigger, but board's wider. So you have to adjust in your mind a little bit. Because if a board is that much wider, you know, it's going to be harder to get that toe and tail edge in. It's like we're playing ping pong and then we switch to tennis and keep that same adaptation to it.
And pickleball is like a soft top.
Pickleball is like pool noodles.
It's the soft topping community of tennis.
You're right.
Dude, I'm genius.
Pickleball is the soft top community.
All right, guys, it's Pinch My Clips times, which means...
Snap into a West Peak.
Guys, go to Drink West Peak. Do it. Let's do it. Humpback whale swallows kayaker before releasing him. Are you
Is this
serial?
the scariest thing that's ever happened to a human?
Like, literally.
What are you thinking at that point?
It's like a little scratchy.
It must be so scratchy in there. All the plankton.
What is the whale thinking? Was it an accident? It's terrifying.
How long was he under? I mean, that's like a good 10 seconds.
There he is.
He probably didn't know what happened.
Yeah, he's probably just like, what just happened?
He probably had no idea.
Dude. They looked so casual about it, too. Like, all right, let's head
Dude,
down.
he's laughing. He's like, what a loser.
We got a modern Jonah here.
Whoa.
Love
That's
me.
a huge frontside. Shreds. This guy's nerd. He's doing it, though.
So that helped.
Dude, it helps.
All right, I'm going back to the part.
You just look like a buffoon. That was kind of sick, though.
Dude,
Dang,
you're
it's
right.
perfect.
Yeah. So where do we get these wall tramps?
Mall tramps.
Yeah.
He needs like to hold like a foamy.
Shove it under his feet.
Yeah, shove it in his feet real quick and go. Dude,
look at this snowboarder.
what the? How'd he get there? He's almost touching.
That was sick. Doink, doink.
Like, how do they start practicing that?
All right, yeah, let's back it up to the beginning.
He's like right. Dirk. He did like a nose pick front flip. And he almost touching still.
Doink, doink.
He's like, what's up, chicks? Just gonna cruise on through here right now.
Dude, snowboarders are so crazy.
Yeah. What do they do after they snowboard?
They probably don't sleep for
Like
days.
in a cabin?
Yeah, they find a nice
Just
heater.
like chill in a cabin.
A radiator. Skaters and cops.
Back in my day, I could. Oh! Broke my back. Good thing I have this vest on.
Then she shoots the board.
She shoots the kid.
Oh, dude, let's listen to this. Aussie, hey, am I?
Here in Australia, everyone hates to wear shoes. Everyone walks around barefoot as much as they
Genius.
So smart.
Oh my god.
Look
at him.
I like how they call them thongs.
Look at me thongs, mate. I can be barefoot everywhere now. No worries, eh?
Dude, Australians.
I love how ugly Australians are. It works for them.
You love how ugly they are?
It's like they're so ugly, they're beautiful. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the confidence.
Like hobbits or something.
I think he's a good-looking man.
Genius idea, dude.
Good on ya. Dude, have you ever seen this guy who does a salad grind?
It's on a bush.
Yeah, it's called a salad grind.
Really? Why? How do you do it on a bush? Is there a curve under it?
It's obviously edited.
You think?
Yes, look at that weird...
I was tripping when I first saw it. I was like, dude, how's this?
Oh my gosh, this little girl is so
Oh
gnarly.
my gosh. Does she have parents?
Who's filming this? A fun uncle?
My face, blah. Oh my god. Is this child abuse?
It's borderline.
I mean, after a few times, like, look,
Look, let's
we
go.
gotta wait a little longer.
Let's go get some Barbies.
Because these are brain injuries.
Well, they're brain injuries, and it's also she wants so bad to impress her dad or something. She's willing to freaking die. You know what I mean?
It's such a tricky one because, like, you want kids to not be scared. I mean, she does have pads on.
Yeah, that's true. But her
She's just
face
planted.
This one.
That day, she's scorpioned.
Maybe they took a day break.
Maybe when you're 3, it's like your bones are rubber.
Yeah, their bones are just malleable.
I mean, she's gonna make it one day.
I mean,
If she's willing to take these beatings,
dude, she's gonna be the president.
this is Gen Alpha. They're gonna be way gnarlier in Gen Z.
Really? You're allowed to do this in cycle tournaments or whatever?
I've never seen this before. It's
can just-
genius.
Just
Hip,
run.
hip, 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 hip. Later, boys. Screw you, assholes.
You can do
Riding
that?
your bike like a morons.
Like in surfing, can you just friggin'
Airwalk.
no, turn on the jets on your fins?
It's kind of genius.
Uh-oh.
Who are these?
Let's... The question is what is it like to date a surfer?
Just disappearing for several hours, not knowing where they are, if they survive, if they come back.
And what's the best part?
Wetsuit bodies. Yeah, brown face.
Cardio.
Good cardio. See, we're just little sluts for them.
So do you think that this is true? The girls
What?
like love surfers, but they hate that you're gone all the time?
When you can move your hips like that, you can get away with a lot.
Well, so do salsa dancers and
Yeah, they're phenomenal.
look at this.
How many stairs is that?
Is this the biggest handrail ever slid down?
Jeez. Oh my god. Oh, do you think that's harder than skateboarding?
It's definitely difficult.
Jeez.
And he's a corollary. He didn't count it, so he does it again. Look at that. Sliding
It's like
down.
surfing.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
That is sick.
I wonder if in the rollerblade world, Guys are like, dude, did you hear he freaking
Blake slid down the 80 stair.
slid down the 97 stair
It's so many
at the
steps.
airport?
It's so big. Looks like it's in like Latvia or Slovenia.
Is this Iceland? Oh my gosh. Dude.
Are you peeking on the west side, baby?
When I snap into a West Peak, it's like a perfect puka shell necklace.
Oh, yeah.
Just over some nice tan skin.
Oh.
And your hair is frostily tipped. And you're just glowing in health.
Yeah.
And you've got like stars on your board shorts.
Yeah, dude.
And you have a six-pack.
Yeah.
And your feet are perfectly manicured.
So it's just the perfect surf body.
It's like the perfect surf body in your mouth. Go to drinkwestpeak.com.
Guys, go to drinkwestpeak.com. You could have the perfect surf body if you drink this. Drink Westpeak, type in pinch my salt, get 20% off. Drinkwestpeak.com. I would love, I think we need like a third person on this pod. And there's this guy that works at the gas station near my near my house. His name is Ramudu. All right. All you have to do is say, you know the rules.
You know that?
You know the rules.
You know the rules.
I want to get him on here.
Indian guy?
He's an Indian dude, and he's so happy and nice. He's like he's younger. He's like 25.
Oh, really?
And I would love it if we could just set him right there. We go, what do you think, Robert? And be like, oh, yeah.
This is good.
He's so funny. I'm like, you ever surfed before? He's like, no, you take me. And I was like, I'll take you. In the comments, should we get Rabadoo on the pod?
Rabadoo. Rabadoo.
He's so rad. So why is there hate for boogie boarders, Sterling? What is it?
I've been trying to figure this out.
They call them speed bumps, half men. What? Why is there hate for boogie boys and girls?
Yeah, why are they the lowest?
I think because I'm not a surfer, I always looked at them like, why don't you just stand up?
You know how babies crawl?
Yeah.
And then eventually they stand up? It's like
It's that simple.
It's like it's like choosing to keep crawling.
Dang.
Through life. And like you're like going through the grass, you're like, and you're really good at it. Like, look how good he is.
Dude, he's crawling so fast.
But your like calluses are gnarly.
Yeah, and eventually you graduate and stand up.
It's like, dude, look at us walking. Like, look how easy it is. Look.
Dang.
And you're still, no, I'm gonna crawl.
Yeah.
So it's like they're on the waves and they're like crawling.
But dude,
still.
in Hawaii, there's some gnarly.
I mean, people can crawl amazing.
That's true.
But maybe stand up.
Dude, because we posted a video where this kid's going to get a board.
Put that down. Put it down. You will not be one of them.
This is what every father should do.
And so many hate comments like, oh, these guys surfing people are such jerks and gatekeepers. And it's like,
it's the same thing when a child starts walking. It's like, all right, you're walking what you're meant to do.
But let me ask you this question. Why don't
stand up?
Why don't they put the boogie down? What makes them never grab a surfboard?
Well, I feel like there's some that choose the boogie. Not the boogie chose them.
Explain.
Like they could surf. They can surf.
Yeah, they probably surf.
But they like the art form.
Okay.
They like laying on a wave. They like feeling it.
Yeah.
Like they like freaking.
Yeah. Flipper floppers.
They like the art form.
Well,
and that's okay.
It is a heck of a lot easier to catch a wave.
I mean, it's way easier to crawl than walk.
It's true, guys.
It's not about it being easy. So I respect people that choose it.
Okay.
Like they can surf.
Yeah.
But they're like, I like putting on these uncomfortable flippers.
Yeah.
And I like boogieing.
Looking like this.
I'm a boogie life.
All right. What's drop knee? Is that like a kid that's in the toddler phase?
Yeah, drop knee is bizarre.
Because it's like, you're almost there, buddy.
I mean, drop knee's kind of hard. It's like, you got that flipper.
Yeah, it's almost like, dude, you're doing something even harder.
Drop knee is actually kind of gnarly. But it makes no sense.
It looks so uncomfortable.
To get that flipper up. You watch them, it's like, I used to live with, some people say, the best boogie boarder to ever live.
Yeah, what's his name?
Paul Roach. So I used to Dave lived with him.
Yeah.
He's like a walking god amongst boogie boarders. Like we'll be walking and no one will know him.
And he's
just a construction worker.
Oh.
He doesn't boogie anymore.
Oh.
Which was interesting.
He learned
like,
to walk.
why don't you boogie board anymore? And he's like, it's boogie boarding.
He's like, I grew up, dude.
But he was so gnarly at it. He was better than surfers.
That's what I mean. There's some guys out there that are just like so good at it. So they need respect.
Gosh, Paul Roach was incredible. He kind of is the modern day shortboarding. The way he was whipping his tail was like Clay Marzo back then.
Dude, lay back, belly backs.
As long as I've known him for over a decade now.
Yeah.
I've never seen him boogie board.
He's over it.
And he just rides like normal boards. And it's pretty interesting. It's like, you're a superstar.
Yeah, in that world.
And you don't even want it.
Interesting.
It's like, he's like, you know what? Sometimes you just got to grow up. He said that to me.
Did he really?
Yes, we were drinking Tecatis.
Oh, he was drunk.
With lime. And we were playing spike ball.
Really?
And I was having a conversation with him, like, you know, like, why? Like, you're the best boogie boarder ever. You're the LeBron of boogie boarding.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? Sometimes you just have to grow up.
It's like being the champion of pickleball or something. Like, it's just.
It just is what it is.
If you're currently watching the Pinch My Salt podcast, you need to subscribe, like, and comment. Do it. You know that, Rose. So, you asked me this question: Will girls one day be as good as guys surfing? What do you think about that? And that's not sexist, or people get mad, dude, if you say one thing about a girl versus a guy or something.
No way in hell.
Really? Dude, okay, well, let's tread lightly, because people get mad. Because I did see a comment when that girl did that sick barrel.
Yeah.
Katie Simmons. Zimmers.
She surfs good. Great.
Like, she's better than a lot of guys.
I think the only way we could figure this out is if they let me surf in a women's contest.
Right now.
I'm a older 30. I was brain injured, crippled person. Can he come back and surf better than the top level girls?
What do you think?
I think they need to let me surf in a WSL women's event.
Dude, great
just to
idea.
see.
Yep.
And if I smoke them, like if I crush their souls.
In sweatpants.
Yeah, and I have to surf in sweatpants too.
Well, like, you know, you've heard that story about how like a level 200 pro tennis player played all these like top level 10 girls, and he just was like
he beats Serena Williams.
Yeah, he's like beating the top women, and there's nothing, we're just built different.
I think that discussion's over.
It's over, guys.
It's like Gabby said it best. She's like, women's like, y'all, women's are the spiritual goddesses.
Yeah, we're not.
And men are like the kings of the physical realm.
And sorry, we didn't.
We just have testosterone.
Yeah, we were built this way.
We have like 900 levels of testosterone. They only have like 100 levels.
I think the problem is that the culture was so gnarly and women were treated so poorly and sexually harassed. And
Right.
And so now there's that overcorrect.
It would be cool maybe like if evolution is real, like women start evolving.
Dude.
With dongs?
No.
No, yeah, but say their hips change.
Yeah. So, dude, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
What if in like 300 years from now?
We're not made to have babies.
Yeah,
women. We're made to crush, kill animals.
Yeah, crack coconuts. But like women, what if they start like becoming the alphas in like 1,000 years from now?
Well, dude, that girl in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
She's almost there.
I saw her again and I was like, oh my gosh.
Today, some guy comes up to me. He's like, hey, what's your podcast? Is that the chick?
Dude.
And she was like doing these notes. She's like, she gets in the middle of the gym.
Dude.
Her shoulders are like this wide.
I know.
And she gets in the middle of the gym and she just crushes like cantaloupes with her thighs. She's like,
we're talking about the girl that scares us at the gym. Well, scares me at least. Dude,
is she Russian?
She just looks Russian to me.
And what's funny, she's never looked at anyone.
Never.
And this beautiful, tall, blonde hair dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like he was giant.
So he was his, yeah.
He had his shoulders were even bigger.
Probably Icelandic or like Norwegian.
And she didn't know him, and he walks up and he's like, "Hey, good morning." She's like, "Hi, how are you?" Like, she started talking to him.
It's our height.
She's sexist.
That is.
She's
sexist.
Racist.
No, sexist.
And racist.
Shortest.
It's like, oh, like I only talk to like some beautiful tall masculine man that's bigger than me.
Yeah, well,
Like, who is this? I'm gonna fight her, dude.
Dude, what does a surf team manager do? Because I remember we were in Peru and Aki's babysitter was there. Was that a guy, a surf team manager?
Exactly, dude.
He just yelled at us. So what is a surf team manager?
Dude, surf team managers was one of the hardest things I've dealt with in this life.
Was your manager?
The team managers to surf companies.
And what's their role? What do they get paid to do?
Okay. This is what it's like. If I can use NBA to explain this.
Yeah.
So you know how like LeBron has a Nike team manager?
Yeah.
So it's in the surf world, because it's so weird and small. The surf managers were always the guys that never made it in the pro leagues.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, I never made it. So then they go to be a team guy of Billabong or whatever. Then they take out all their
insecurities.
All their insecurities, all they never made it, because they're our team guy. They do our contracts for us.
Dude.
So they're in the control of the money you can get. They're in control of like, you know, your travel.
Wow.
So these weird guys that never made it surfing become your team guy, and they use that power over you, because us surfers weren't in control of our careers yet.
Yeah.
Because we weren't doing it ourselves.
Dang, so they're like the Diddy of...
Exactly. They were like little ditties controlling us.
Dude, manipulating.
I remember I was on Reef, and I was in Indonesia. I was like 14, and the team manager of Reef was on the trip. And instead of like, what do you guys need, like setting us up, he was like, I have never been to Indo, and I'm going to get mine.
He wanted to surf?
So he took all the waves. He was like, he's like out paddling us and like taking all the waves and yelling at us for like paddling around him. And we're like,
we're getting photos.
What is going on? Who's in charge? Like a real team guy to any other sport is like, what do you need?
Yeah, he's on the
We're
beach.
trying to make you the best you can be.
Dude,
but these team guys in the surf world, they're like, finally, I'm on a surf trip, and this is my time.
Dude, that's awesome. They're living it.
So then they became these weird, like, head gang members of. They would favor certain guys, and they would try to get them more money, and then they would try to like lowball you, and like, dude, it was crazy.
Well, I only spent time with one. He always had purple lips. He drank a lot of wine. But anyway.
That guy got fired.
I know.
He finally got fired because literally everyone went to Bill and was like, dude, this guy is like running a small P. Diddy.
I remember because you paid for me to go on this trip to film and make stuff. And he was telling me what to do. I remember he was up in a balcony and I was running somewhere with my camera. He's like, hey, don't dabba with Aki. And I was like, okay. And then I just kept running. And like, but he was like, who is this
dude,
guy?
I'm telling you, every team guy, it's like they get power.
I know.
It's this weird loop. It's a DJ loophole.
Yeah, a little bit of power.
And they get paid. They get paid like a normal job gets paid. Not the weird pro surf world where we could trick them.
Yeah, at any minute you're off. Like he had a salary.
Yeah, he had a real salary, and if he gets fired, he gets paid.
Yeah, because it's in the contract and whatever.
So back in the early days, we had all the surf houses.
Yeah.
Volcom, Quicksilver,
Hawaii.
Billabong, yeah, Oakley. So each team guy was the head of their house. So they felt like they had all the power.
Right.
So it was like you get around a team guy and it's like, oh my god, dude. Like,
do they still exist?
It was like gang members.
Yeah, but it's always this kind of like.
No, it doesn't exist anymore because of what I did.
Killed one of them. What happened?
I killed that industry by doing it yourself.
Just do it yourself.
With the internet.
It's like, I guess, actors that, do I need a representative? Do I need a manager? Do I need a whatever? Like, now we don't.
Honestly, that was the biggest fire for me to do it myself. Because these team managers.
They're running your life.
They're trying to ruin my career that I worked my whole life for.
Yeah, and they have all the power.
And I'm dealing with some kid from Laguna.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to do it myself. I just have to, like, I have to build my audience myself. I'm not going to let Billabong, I'm not going to wait around and let Billabong do it for me.
Wow.
Because they had all the power.
So all these old team managers, what are they doing now? They're real estate agents?
Well, they're always like, they were kind of Gen Z before Gen Z.
Meaning?
Like they had rich parents.
Oh, yeah.
And they found people that find loophole jobs like DJing.
Yeah.
They're kind of like from a loophole world in their family.
Yeah.
Like always looking for the easiest possible.
I bet there's some hardworking DJs out there.
Well, there was some hardworking team guys too.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I had a great team manager, Steve Clark.
Steve Clark.
Dude, Steve Clark was the gnarliest.
So there's just guys.
But he was older.
Oh.
And he he looked at Billabong as a Nike. And he's like, I'm trying to build my guys.
Yeah, dude.
Steve Clark would do anything for you. If you're like, Steve, like, I stole money and like, he's like, I'll go to jail for you. I'll do it right now. Like, dude, Steve Clark was the sickest.
But now, is he still with us?
I haven't heard from him in a while, but he was like, when Billabong was at its peak,
yeah.
Steve Clark, he was like doing Andy, Taj, Joel, all of us.
Dude,
he was the sickest, dude.
He was looking out for you.
He really cared about you.
But then you got these other
He was
guys.
a real team guy.
Yeah.
He was a real team manager.
So you could see why it would work, but then people abuse it and it doesn't work.
Well, the millennial Gen Zers that
Yeah.
were coming from under Steve Clark was an old soul. Like,
Yeah.
he came from like, he's like the boomer generation.
Yeah.
So like, he was like, it was a real business.
Yeah.
You know, like this is real.
Yeah.
And like, he put real good honest pressure on you. Like,
Good honest
like, you know, put in the work and
Yeah.
you'll be rewarded.
Yeah. Not just, yeah. Yeah, dude. Well, good. They're gone. The bad ones.
Well, now there's no industry at all.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's gone. So we're good. So what's been going on in the surf world? It's pipeline.
Everyone's yelling at me about pipeline contests.
What happened?
This is what scares me, dude.
What?
People don't even know what's a good barrel anymore. People are arguing because WSL went and tried to get a new audience of surfers or non-surfers, and now we're fighting over stuff no one even knows anymore.
No one knows the rules to what to judge.
Well, Bear Mamiya totally crushed it.
Bear Mamiya.
He won by a mile.
He won pipeline.
He won pipe.
Okay.
Thank God he won pipe.
Okay.
But they actually tied, and Barron had the highest score, so he ended up winning.
Okay.
But Barron's barrels, he was taking off behind the peak, and the whole barrel, he's climbing and dropping.
Backdooring it? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, he was backdooring backdoor. Dang. And when you're taking off behind the peak and you disappear and you're climbing and dropping, the hard level is times 100.
Like it should be like.
And then the guy who got second, he took off in front of the peak and stalled and to get back to where Barron was, which is it's so much easier and it's so much safer because it's like, if you're behind the peak, then you're on the foam ball and the pressure of the barrel is sucking you back.
Okay.
So if you're pulling into the barrel in front of it and then stalling and going back, you're not in that backdraft.
Yeah.
So it's easier to come out because you're not in the suction cup.
Okay.
He's in the suction cup like.
So the point should be going.
It shouldn't even been close.
I get it.
But the other guy, what's his name? It's Leonardo, I think. So Leonardo, he's a super good surfer, but he took off and he's in front of the peak and then stalled and got in the barrel.
Right.
But he was in the barrel like a second or two longer. So people are like, he was in the barrel longer, so he should win.
It's this guy?
Yeah, what's his name?
All it says is Ferriante.
Leonardo Ferriante.
Leonardo Ferriante.
So people are like, he was in it longer, so he should get more points. I'm like, no, you don't. You ride a soft top.
You're a soft topper. Dude.
You're a soft topper.
Yeah, because I would do the same thing. He rode it longer.
And so people don't understand like the hard level.
I get it. It's like going up to a girl at a bar drunk.
Yeah, instead of being sober and like facing all your fears.
Exactly.
Facing all your childhood insecurities.
Yeah, dude. It's like, oh. Yeah.
Leonardo's like hammered drunk, like, I'll do this new words. What's your name?
Just slide into the back.
And Baron was like stone
he went to
cold
therapy.
sober. He did all the work, and he's going straight up to her and be like, good morning.
How are you? Wow. So people are like, it's a big uproar in the surf community.
Well, everyone's saying that guy should have won. I'm just like, might.
It's kind of like this. Like, I remember I used to go to skate demos, and there would be this rad core skater, and he's doing like kickflip blunt slides on a flat bar or something.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy doing an early grab.
Yeah.
And getting tons of air, and all the moms and kids are like, oh my God.
Doing a hand plant.
Yeah.
Like, look how long he's hand planting.
Like, it's that. Like, a real skater can see, like, oh, this guy's got friggin' skills, and this guy is an early grabber.
And early grabs are sick.
So sick.
But it's not hard.
Yeah.
Technically.
No, I mean,
it's way harder to do like a 3 flip to blunt.
Yeah. Well, guys, they got to learn the rules.
So Baron won.
So he won, thankfully.
Well, I think the judges knew he won, but they try to make it closer than it is, hoping like anyone would care about it.
It's kind of like Kelly Slater's the last A-list celebrity that we carry. He's like the last Brad Pitt.
Only thing that
brings us in.
It's like LeBron in the NBA right now.
I know. When LeBron and Steph are gone, it's going to be...
It's like, who are these? Dude, not to pick on Gen Zers, but it's because of Gen Zers, dude.
Why?
They haven't gone through anything. Yeah. Everything they've gone through is a phone.
It's been on the internet.
It's like all their hardships was like
and their wins. Oh, I got 100 likes today. That's like cool, dude.
It's like everything they know is through Snapchat or through Instagram.
Yeah.
It's like Kelly, he was a poor kid.
Dude.
And he had to somehow get to Hawaii, and he won a contest against my dad.
Yeah.
And then
he lost his hair.
There's like, it builds character.
Dude.
And all these Gen Zers are like...
No, their wins and their lows are all just internet.
It's all internet. And then they just go lay on the couch like...
Yeah. Oh,
like that's it.
My post didn't do well today.
Dude, you know who yelled at me?
Who?
Well, remember when I was picking on Florida surfers? I was like, Gen Z... Well, I'm like, what's up with Gen Z?
Oh, they're always
Florida
fishing.
surf?
They're fishing too much.
The kid, Rasta Rob, he yelled at me pretty gnarly. He sent me like a paragraph this long. He's like, dude, I used to think you were funny, but now I don't.
So homeboy that you said he could be killed, you were kind of bumping him up.
Well, that's what I wrote. I was like, dude, I wasn't trying to pick on you. I was trying to light a fire on you.
Yeah, you're trying to dad him. Like,
I'm not trying to come down on you. I'm trying to light a fire on you.
Owen Wilson.
And
you. So he got mad.
Here's the deal. Florida surfers are lazy. It's been going on since the beginning of time. There's a weird thing in Florida. I think it's the heat. Where guys will just like sit around.
It is hot
like,
though.
Do we want to do anything, or should we just like chill?
We can get on a boat and go fish, and the wind feels good. Well, I think it also has to do with daddy issues, but keep going.
Well, he wanted to let me know he makes zero money from professional surfing.
Oh, okay.
And he said he's not from a rich family. Right. And I was saying all the Gen Zers, their parents are rich. And he was like, no, I'm from a poor family, and I make zero money from surfing.
I gotcha.
So I was like, okay. And I gave him like 30 ideas how to make money. I'm like a chat GBT pro. Yeah. I'm like a pro surfing chat GBT. How to make money this way.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gave him like 30 different things.
And that was probably really rad of you to do that.
And he didn't respond. He was just like, ugh. And then later on, I was like, dude, you're just gonna have to talk. Like, if you're gonna make money.
Yeah.
You can't. The stoner core lords, they can't do it anymore.
The Taylor Knoxes are over.
Well, he wasn't
no stoner, but cutback guy.
Well, in the early O's, there was this weird era where all these new surfers from Sebastian Inlet, because of Kelly and CJ Hobgood, they were getting like 60 to 100K at 14 years old.
Dude. That ain't happening.
So it caused this it caused like this gnarly laziness because these kids, they're already getting so much money.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it took like ambition away from them.
Yeah.
Because Kelly and CJ Hobgood, like they had nothing. And they had to like go in a world title to even start making money.
Wow.
So now, because of what they did, then there is these kids getting like 60 to 100K to even 300K.
Dude.
And they're just sitting at home at Sebastian Inlet playing Xbox.
Yeah. Xbox.
So then this crazy thing happened in Florida where all the young pro surfers, they thought they were like gangster rappers.
Oh.
They started wearing like gold chains.
Yeah.
And they all got Escalades and they'd show up to the freaking... There's this guy, Philip Waters, and he was like one of the most insane surfers I've ever seen. And we were at the Billabong Junior Pro, and he did this like gnarly frontside shove it.
Ooh.
And no one had seen that yet. I could do it backside, but no one's seen it frontside. They call it a passion pop.
Passion pop.
So he did this passion pop at the Billabong Junior Pro.
Yeah.
And overnight, Quicksilver sponsored him. He was on Billabong. He's on Billabong and switched to Quicksilver. Overnight, Quicksilver offered him like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
For a passion pop.
For a frontside shove it. So, dude, the next day, he shows up.
Escalade.
In an Escalade, and he had cornrows.
Cornrows?
Cornrows.
No
He had the freaking
way.
braids.
No way.
How do you say them?
You just said it funny.
Corn-
Cornrows. Cornrows.
So, dude, Philip Waters shows up with freaking cornrows, and Tupac is blaring.
Dude.
And he shows up, and like, I remember like he had like a freaking like a short john on wetsuit, and he was like, he had nonchalance all of a sudden.
Holding the board with one hand.
And he was stunned at the bone, just like,
just from a passion pop.
and a new sticker on his board, and I was like, I remember everyone was like, whoa, these nannies.
So you're saying it just kind of ruined...
That messed him up.
Yeah.
He was like on his way up. And then he got that gnarly sponsorship overnight and showed up back to the contest in an Escalade and cornrows.
And what happened? Did he ever do a passion pop again?
Dude, he never made a heat again.
He
never left Florida.
You're going to get a mean message from passion pop guy.
Well, I'm trying to warn the next generation.
Yeah. Of Florida guys.
There's this weird Floridian disease where guys, they become the man in their town and they don't keep going.
Yeah.
It's like they become the guy, they get the hot chick, and then they just fucking cruise on, like fishing in the morning, like maybe for like a surf before dark, yeah.
But what you're trying to be is you're trying to dad these kids. But some of them,
well, for me,
you see the potential in them.
For me, being from the Gulf was a blessing in disguise. Because I had to drive over there. It took 8 to 9 hours. Dude. So, like, my dad would drive me over. He's like, you better fucking make it. Like, there's so much pressure.
Dude.
So, I just wanted to, like, get paid like these guys.
Yeah.
But that extra drive, I was like, I want to, like, go to Hawaii and do this. I want to, like, go out.
Yeah.
And there's so many guys, like, they just stayed home and listened to Tupac. And, like, I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Like, come out to Hawaii. But it's scary.
Yeah, it is scary.
And there's one trick sometimes core lords get sucked into. They think they're actually scared, and they hide under core lordness. You don't actually really want to go for it because you're exposing yourself.
Yeah.
You don't actually want to go and talk. You go and put your personality out there. You want to stay home stoned to the bone and like not everything's safe and you're the guy. You did the sickest 360 reverse that day.
Yeah.
Like there's this weird thing in Central Florida, North Florida. The farther away you get from Central Florida, like there's this kid, Cam Richardson, and he's super gnarly. And he almost lives in like freaking South Carolina.
Oh, wow.
So it's like he's on the outskirts of the cool hub.
Yeah.
So he charges pipe. Like he's so legit and he's like really going for it.
That's cool.
And there's other guys like away. It's like North Florida, and the closer you get to Smyrna and Sebastian Inlet, it's like, oh, we're kind of too gnarly.
So to this kid that got mad at you, you're just trying to, you're seeing potential, and you're wanting to help and push this guy.
Well, I like went to check in on him, and he was at a midget wrestling contest.
Little person. Well, dude, he sounds like he's having a blast. I mean, we can't all be the best.
Well, what I'm saying is, well, he was telling me all the reasons why he can't make money.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, go live in Hawaii in a treehouse. Start a podcast. Talk about the fishing.
Yeah.
Like talk about like go film you shred Rocky Point and then come back to your treehouse and talk about it.
Catch a redfish.
Dude, it would take off. Like YouTube would push it. We could show him the ins and outs of the algorithm. Yeah, he could be like, dude,
we don't want any more competition.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, Floridians have to get out of this. Because Evan Geiselman was like the chosen one.
He was Florida guy?
Yeah, he's from Florida. He's from New Smyrna.
Dang.
I've never seen. He was one of the most goldenest children's I've ever seen.
Yeah, the golden name.
Because his brother Eric.
Oh yeah.
He was the guy, but he didn't. No one handed him the golden diapers.
Yeah.
He had to. Eric had to like work for it.
Yeah.
And some reason his little brother got all the talent, like the chiseled looks.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I never seen like someone like his mom used to. We were all like 14 to 16 and like by ourselves without our moms and like eating donuts, like trying to get by on the NSSA tour. And I remember Evan, he was probably like 9 doing the same contest as us.
Okay.
And his mom, she would bring him these deluxe meals.
Yeah,
and
salad.
She would set him up in this magical chair with blankets. And she would, I remember watching her like hand feed him before he eats.
Dude.
And she would like have a fan.
And you guys are all eating a Pop-Tart.
And we're all like, I miss my mom at home.
It's a rough road though. It isn't easy though. Like you can't like hate on them too much, right? These guys that.
Well, I feel like with Evan, he got caught in the Florida easiness. Like he needed to leave home and just stay in Hawaii, stay in Indonesia, and just. But I think another problem, I think sometimes Florida guys, they get like fat girlfriends.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, you're leaving again? They put this.
Say plus size.
They get plus size girlfriends and they kind of like.
They're homebodies. They don't want them to leave.
Yeah, they're like, dude, let's just stay home and eat Panera bread.
Yeah, let's go take a chicken sandwich.
Like all they want is Panera bread.
I know.
And if they get you to eat that bread bowl soup,
broccoli cheddar soup,
dude, you'll never leave Florida.
Oh, dude, I haven't left that much. I love that broccoli cheddar soup.
But I remember like one thing I think I did right is I didn't get sucked into the East Coast surf contest scene.
You just went and left.
I like won a couple titles and I left.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to Cali. I'm going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go to Bali and try to get in Taylor Steele's movies.
Yeah.
That's where my mind was at. And I watched a lot of these guys stay at home and do the East Coast tour. And they would win a couple, like, I went to like North Carolina, I won a contest.
Yeah.
But it was like big fish, small pond thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm like you're better off like getting last place out here.
Yeah.
Like don't get sucked into like, because once you're an East Coast guy, you get labeled that. Ooh. Then you're screwed, dude.
Well, and I think what you're trying to do, it's like when your dad's right when he's yelling at you, but you're like, he don't know nothing. So now these young
Rasta Rob's daddy right now.
That's what I'm trying to say is that it's hard for kids and people to hear when they know they're right.
Well, what I'm trying to say, it's time for the Gen Zers to freaking like, it's time to get out of this weird loop y'all are in.
It's not gonna happen. The internet's too powerful.
Well, I mean, look at our bro Savage. He's a skimboarder.
Dude, I love that.
He's
guy.
not even on the waves.
He's on the.
And he's got a
beach.
huge fall. He's on the shore.
Because he's freaking a hard working.
He's a
dude.
hard worker, dude.
Savage.
Have you he's breaking backflip records on the trampoline. Like, what is he not doing?
I know. I know. What you're saying is get to work.
What I'm saying is there's a Floridian surf cord lord disease going on. And it's the wrong cord lordness. It's disguising as cord lordness, but it isn't.
Okay.
Like, you got to go
You
for
got to
it.
earn it first. Well, like, there's like, well, like I look at these guys and they just don't have that. It's that whole culture of surfing is cool guy.
I know. That's why skimboarders are more famous than us now. Because it's like cool guys is a disease.
Right. And I think that there's this group of surfers out there that think Sterling Spencer's a kook.
Right.
Because you put yourself out there and you're having fun and you're.
It's like he's making a bunch of money podcasting now. How stupid is that?
Are we? But like, we go out and make some dumb video of you playing a flute to a lesbian in a gym. And to them, that's like, that's so lame, dude. But I'm saying too.
Can he even freaking do an air reverse?
But like, there's this disease of coolness. Like, oh, that's not cool enough for me, bro.
I know. And that's what I'm trying to. Like, Evan Geisman, he could still do it. He's only like 30.
Come on, Evan.
And I was on his Instagram the other day. He's fishing. And he's wearing a white wetsuit surfing. I'm like, you haven't even earned that white wetsuit yet.
He's too far
Like,
down.
he's probably been paid millions of dollars.
You're going to get a bad message from Evan now.
Evan Geisman has probably made more money than, like, mostly anyone. And all the opportunities. And, like, you're just sitting in Florida.
Maybe he has a hurt knee or something.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's probably, like, a fat girl.
Fat girl out eating Frontega chicken.
What I'm saying is...
Yeah.
Like, even our East Coast Hall of Fame is messed up.
Who are they?
Exactly.
Kelly.
He's not even in it. There's this weird East Coast Surfing Hall of Fame, and it's in Ron John surf shops.
Which is like the Walmart of surf shops.
Well, my dad was one of the first East Coast Hall of Famers.
Oh.
And Greg Knoll started it.
Yep, Greg Knoll.
So it was super legit at first, like this Greg Knoll's East Coast Surfing Hall of Fame. But now, I was like on their Instagram.
You're on a lot of Instagram.
I'm like yelling at Gen Zers for being on Instagram. So,
you're on Ron John's Instagram?
I think we got to start a new East Coast Hall of Fame. Because the NBA Hall of Fame, it's only like 3 guys get in every year.
Okay.
And it's like Carmelo Anthony. It's like
Vince
guys who
Carter.
are the gnarliest basketball players ever get in.
Yeah.
And when you look at the East Coast Hall of Fame, it's like John Prenups. He made the first shoe tie on Reef Sandal. It's like the most random people.
So they're a little too loose with it.
It's not even pro surfers in it.
Just guys who made sandals?
People, like, this guy started a surf shop in 1989. He had it for 5 years, and we really liked him.
Dang.
It's like, we need a real East Coast Surfing Hall of Fame. Like, we need a real, like, thing for Florida surfing.
Yeah.
Where it's not Ron John. Because the Hall of Fame is in Ron John.
That makes no sense.
That's what I'm saying. And, like, they're new inductees. Like, there's a few, are real core lords. Like, Matt Keckley's in it. Like, there's a lot of, like, legit
like the
surfers
Hobgood-
over the years.
Hobgoods?
Yeah, I'm sure they're in it.
Yeah.
Ben Bourgeois in it. Like, but I feel like we gotta, like, make a real East Coast Hall of Fame where it's like guys that really did it.
Yeah, that have some
make it.
Yeah.
And it can help the youngest generation kind of have a direction. Like, I want to be like in basketball, it's like I want to win a championship. I want to be a Hall of Famer. Like, there's a direction. But our Hall of Fame is like you can create like a pool noodle and you're in.
Dang. I never knew any of this.
Yeah, it's I feel like the whole, it's like not everything's messed up from the top down all the way to the bottom.
Dang. And no one even gives a crap. Californians probably haven't even thought once about it.
East Coast Hall of Fame.
They're like, they don't even get surf over there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We need to, like, come together and make make it legit.
The South will rise again.
We need a new flag.
Yeah. Gosh. Who could do it? The only guy that has the power is old Kelly boy.
I mean,
and he's freaking from there.
But it's like Kelly, he's too busy making moon shoes.
Moon shoes, babies.
Well, that's why he doesn't live in Florida. He lives in Hawaii. He knew from early on, he's like, it's not happening here.
I do know he just sold his house though, so I wonder if they'll
he has like 7 houses there.
But if I was Kelly, I would live in Florida because of the tax breaks. So he probably spends more time in Florida than we know. You know what I mean?
I'm just worried about the kids.
I know.
I mean, someone like Rasa Rob, he should be, if he was born in like 2001, he'd probably be making like 20K.
Yeah.
No, he'd probably be making like 100K and have 2-page spreads in ESM.
Do they still do that?
I'm just saying, like, here's one of our best, youngest pro surfers, and like you said, he's not even making money.
Yeah.
So guy. It's like we have to get them to adapt.
Yeah.
Like,
well, because he looks at the past, and the past ain't doing it anymore.
Yeah, he's looking at the past like, I'm gonna come out with a 3-minute shred session,
and it's like next.
I told him I'm like put a proposal together, hit up an energy drink, give them the proposal, tell them what you're gonna do, and tell them how they're gonna get their money back.
Yeah.
Like, you need to tell people, here's how you're getting your money back. And like, they're gonna want to help you because people do value good surfing.
Yeah, dude.
So, but you have to just become a real entertainer. You have to think like an entertainer.
Yeah.
And it's like freaking, like I said, get a treehouse, start a podcast, but like show your surf clips every session.
Heck yeah.
So throw your clips in and talk about it with like some Hawaiian bros.
Yeah.
Dude, it would go on.
It's like we need to create like a Gen Z conference that meets once a year. And it's, like conferences like, and it's like, okay, 10 a.m. we got Jamie O'Brien coming in and then Savage will Savage will be at 1 p.m.
Yeah, we need a clinic.
Sterling's at 3 p.m. right after that, and there's a breakout session with
Well, I see a lot of guys, they're doing like Stab magazine trips, and that's fine, but you can't just be doing Stab stuff because they're making all the money.
Yeah.
And you can make the money they're making.
Yeah.
If you just do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
So like, I see a couple like really good servers. They're on like every Stab thing, and I'm like, dude, they're taking your money.
Yeah.
Like me and freaking Jamie Bryan over here, we're like taking kind of all their money. Like,
ooh, I wonder why that's why surf companies don't want to deal with you.
Because I know too much.
Because you know
exactly,
and you're doing it all yourself. You're like, crap.
We
can't manipulate him anymore.
That's what I was telling you from the get-go.
I know.
That's why Billabong and I were clashing.
They're like, wait, he's already doing better than us right now. Dang it.
No, for real.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we start a Core Lord surf company but we're just going to take advantage of them?
I know. Well, just keep doing what we're doing.
I just feel like it's the capitalist system.
Yep. And it's hard to break out of it.
Like, a narcissist thrives in a capitalist system in business.
Dang.
They thrive because the more you manipulate to get everything for yourself in a business, people are like, wow, he's great.
Yeah.
But it kills your soul.
Kills the culture, kills the soul.
And then you end up in a huge house on Newport Beach alone.
God, sounds good.
Feeling that cold breeze by yourself.
I know. People are like, why is that bad? Get some OnlyFans chicks.
Because, dude, here's why.
Okay, why?
You won't be fulfilled unless you helped everyone along the way.
I know. At the end of your life, you'll be like...
You can't... You'll be happy knowing... Dude, did I send you that clip of that chick? She was doing a Mr. Beast show. And it's like this game show, and she could have took $1 million, but it would have meant her team wouldn't get any money.
I think I have seen this.
And she's like, no way, I'll just take my cut. And Mr. B's like, you can take $1 million and no one will ever know. And she's like, oh no. And I was like, dude,
Mr. Beast.
That chick, dude, that's the way.
Yeah.
That's like following truth.
Yeah.
Like that is the way.
I know, dude, but it's so hard when money they dangle that check in front of you.
Well, dude, that is the journey. That's the magic part of the journey. Like there's a fork in the road. When you start making it,
yeah,
there's a fork in the road.
There is. It's like the devil or the angel or
well, that's what they say. Do you sell your soul to the devil? It's meaning in reality terms. Like, are you going to serve yourself or are you going to serve others?
I know, and we like to make it more complicated. Like, oh, they actually went to a ceremony and drank baby blood. But it's really
exactly, yeah.
It's really just I'm going to serve myself now. And
the serving yourself is an empty pool of nothingness.
I know, dude.
You just end up in a crazy house in Newport.
Who lives in Newport?
Well, Newport is like the center of like
rich jerks.
Southern California.
Oh, okay.
Where like when I was growing up, like all the bigwigs of the surf companies, they had their houses in Newport, and then they would drive inland to Irvine.
To all the surfers that are.
And we're all like trying to make ends meet.
Your ankles hurt. Oh.
You're like, I just drove through traffic through Laguna. Laguna's traffic was pretty bad.
Well, dude, I hear you. It's just don't sell your soul. Don't serve yourself.
Well, how do we start praising people that do it right? That to me, that's going to be the way we change the surf world.
Yeah.
Like this guy, like it's good to want like to make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
But you don't want to like cut everyone's head off and then sell your company.
Yeah.
And that's the capitalist way.
Yeah.
Build as much as possible and sell it.
Yeah.
And everyone loses everything and the culture's gone.
Yeah.
It's like build everything up. You freaking started families' lives and now they can take care of. And when you pass away, it's like I gave back, which is like giving me for my next chapter of my soul.
So what you just said was figuring out how to celebrate that other side of it. Like how do we get to where we're celebrating people that did it the right way?
Yeah, getting rich isn't the top notch.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, not to keep going back to the freaking spiritualness.
Do it.
It's exactly what Jesus said.
People are like, Arr.
It's just like we just get so stuck in like making money myself. It's a disease.
Dude, I see it every day when you go on Instagram and you see a blue check and it's some lady with 3,000 followers. Everyone lives in this weird fake world of fame and
happiness. I mean, I think the highest level of happiness you can find in this life is putting in a bunch into others and you get love back.
Yeah.
And like real love and care.
Yeah.
It goes on beyond this life.
It echoes into eternity.
There's this quote. I'll mess it up, but it's like a man who plants trees he'll never sit under finally understands his existence of the universe.
I've heard that quote where it's like he won't get to be under the shade.
He'll never sit under these trees, but he still planted them.
But he's planting them.
Dude, that hits me.
Dude,
deep.
I wish we knew it good.
But think about that. Yeah. That's real riches. When to me, the closest thing I could feel to that is with my son, where like, it's like, I love him more than me.
Yeah.
And it fills me up beyond comprehension.
Totally.
Beyond this life.
I know.
And I think that is God's love. That is the way.
Yeah.
Like to love others more than what you need.
Yeah.
And if everyone lives like that, it's like planting trees for the next generation. Because you're thinking, like our generation never thinks about caring about the next. It's just us, and now we have a house in Newport.
I know. You're right, dude. We're all selfish.
Instead of if we're all thinking about my child's child, that's real love.
Yeah.
And you're happy when you have real love.
Way more fulfilled.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather be a poor person,
dude,
and like tons of love.
I know. I hang out with
a rich person with nothing.
I know this one couple named Bruce and Deb Robinson, and they live in Haiti, and they're the most like chill, happy people, and no one knows about them, and they work their butts off, their lives off.
They're angels.
They're angels among us.
It's real angel level.
Yeah.
Like, to me, they defeated the ego of this realm.
Oh, for sure.
And they've gone to angel level.
I like that. Everyone get to angel level.
Yes, dude.
Don't buy an Escalade. Don't get cornrows.
I went to Mexico to surf at this orphanage.
Yeah.
And it was this lady, Pam, and her husband. Pam. They left Australia.
They always have that name, Pam,
Pam
or Deb.
They left Australia, flew all the way to Mexico to take over. All these kids were getting left out in the streets. So they started an orphanage to freaking keep them. Taught them how to surf.
Dude.
Now all these kids are thriving, surfing, and they're happy.
Yeah.
All these kids were like brutally beaten up as children.
Yeah.
And these two freaking Australian core lords, they're just old. They just give back, and they're so at peace.
I know.
You could the peace that was coming out of them. You've never seen someone that like that around here in Gulf Breeze, like riding around on a golf cart
or e-bike. You're right, dude. I know a bunch of those people just because I've been around a bunch of mission trips and all that sort of stuff.
Dude, missionaries are angel level.
They're core lord angels. You're right, dude. Well, get on it, guys.
Get on it.
I don't know how to wrap stuff up.
Get on it, guys.
Get on it. Go be an angel level. So Newport sucks, huh?
No, I'm just making fun of the surf industry.
Yeah.
Because that was like, it was like everything was evolving around like who could get a house on Newport Beach. Gosh. It always felt that way.
You know what? I feel bad. I feel bad for people. Like, because now that I've been doing this podcast, I connect with a lot of people that live in California, and you can tell they're just chasing that same dream that everybody is.
Newport house.
I got this new house. I'm moving over. It's like, and I'm over here just like who cares?
I feel like get enough for yourself. It's like when the airplane thing, put your oxygen mask on first.
Ooh.
Get enough money for yourself, and then start helping others to fill you up.
No one will do it.
I know.
Except missionaries.
If we start making like money or like in Newport, like, dude, it's kind of nice actually.
That's what I mean. Everyone falls into it.
Well,
we'll plant some trees first.
Well, Laird and Gabby, they've kind of done that, but I still feel like they care about people.
Yeah.
Like they have their clinics.
Yeah.
Where like they charge $5,000 a day and they help people. No, I genuinely think they give back.
Well, they have daughters, and you can tell they're down to earth people, and they get it.
I think they care about health for people actually.
Yeah.
And they made money while doing it and living the life they want.
Yeah, dude.
Which is, I think they crushed it.
Yeah, there's a balance.
There's a balance.
Dude, I have so many conversations about that kind of stuff. Like with finding, it always goes back to the B word, balance. And that's what's so hard about surfing is balance.
You're right. It's like everything metaphorically can go back into one simple
word, balance. Dude, eating balance, drinking balance.
You're right.
Animals, you don't want too many balance. All right, guys, thanks for watching. That's episode 63. Leave some comments. We love you.
You naughty Ross.
How's it? Thank you for watching Pinch My Salt, the hit podcast of the world's #1 surfer, Sterling Spencer. You know the rules. Subscribe and tickle that like button. Pinch My Salt.